What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the AVGearShop channel. Here at the shop, we sell tons of speakers from a wide range of different brands. And we're often asked by clients how brands like OSD perform against other heavy hitters like Polk Audio and Klipsch. But rather than just explaining, why don't we just show you? We decided to hook up affordable solutions from all three brands within competing build quality and give or take competing price points. So this video will lay out our findings of these three amazing 6.5-inch solutions. The lineup includes the Polk Audio RC60i, the OSD ACE600, and the Klipsch R-1650-C. If you mess with any of these speakers, all three speakers are available at AVGearShop.com. And if you're in the GTA, you can even pick them up locally at our Brampton store on Devon Road. AVGearShop is proudly Canadian owned and operated. Oh, and check this out. All of these speakers come with a lifetime limited warranty. So unless you dunk them in water or fry them with a power surge, they're built to last. To keep our review nice and simple, we'll be throwing music at them and giving you our take on how they deliver highs, mids, and lows, along with their overall full frequency performance. So if you're looking to compare specs, this isn't one of those videos. I can't guarantee that you'll see any complex oscillating graphs, but I can guarantee you an unbiased personal opinion. But first, why don't we show you how we created this simple but extremely effective test setup. We got ourselves three identical, decently sized cardboard boxes, taped them up to avoid air leakage, then we used the included speaker cutout template, chalked our line, and cut a hole for our speakers to sit inside. After all of that, we hooked up each speaker to the Fozzy BT30A Bluetooth amplifier and routed them through an impedance matching speaker selector box. And when all was said and done, for an in-ceiling speaker sound test, these speakers were hitting. Yeah, sure, the audiophiles out there will tell you it's not perfect, but if the sound hits right in these boxes, they'll only sound better in the ideal setup. Now let's get to ratings. For scores, we're using a 0 to 10 rating system, but let me clarify. In this case, we feel that a score of 6 is more than satisfactory, whereas anything 5 or below, I probably wouldn't use myself. Starting out with the Polk RC60i, I'm giving the bass a 7 out of 10, the mids a 6.5 out of 10, and the highs a 7.5 out of 10. The RC60i is a great all-around speaker. The bass is prominent, it's the star of the three on stage, and yet it's not overpowering depending on what you're listening to. Balance is also something the RC60i does really well. Even with its heavier bass, the mids and the highs are still very much clear and present across different genres of music. Overall, the Polk RC60i is a very versatile speaker that would sound good in most styles, if not all. The next one to hit you is the OSD ACE600. The bass is a 7 out of 10, the mids are a strong 8 out of 10, and the highs are another 7 out of 10. This one's my personal favorite. While the other two speakers sound full, the OSD strays from that path with a more precise arrangement of the mids, highs, and lows. With extra attention given to these frequencies, each instrument is isolated on their own stage instead of sounding like they're in competition. Sure, you're missing out on that impact that the other two speakers bring you, but in return it's like you get that extra dimension of audio that really lets you immerse yourself in whatever you're listening to. Compared to the RC60i, the ACE600's mids are the hard hitter. The melodies that leave the ACE600 are certainly an experience of their own, while the bass and the highs act as more of a background that complement the foreground. Overall, this speaker strays from the norm of just flat impact and instead gives you that extra layer of immersive audio. It's great for music with a lot of elements, or bringing your movie from your screen straight into your living room, and totally great for general use. Finally, the Klipsch R-1650-C. The bass is a 6.5 out of 10, the mids are a 7.5 out of 10, and the highs are a 7 out of 10. The most obvious difference you'll find between the Klipsch and the other two speakers is the volume. The Klipsch takes the impact of the RC60i and cranks it to the ceiling. It's a lot louder than the others because of its higher sensitivity, which gives it that extra boost in volume even when all the speakers are fed the same amount of power. Now don't let that mislead you. High volume doesn't always mean great quality audio. So let's get back on track. The R1650C packs a punch. The audio is straight in your face. almost like each instrument is competing for the top spot, and not much more really needs to be said. Overall, you're hearing everything. The bass, the mids, the highs are all on an even playing field, and with that boosted volume, you get that extra kick you need to shake the house down. So in terms of raw volume levels, the Klipsch has that covered. So now you're probably wondering, who would we recommend for your installation? Not to sound like a cop-out, but they're all fantastic solutions. The A600's unique approach to details makes it a compelling option for music lovers. The R1650C's aggressive amplification makes it ideal for those who like a live rock concert feel. And the RC60i's versatility and prominent bass make it a great all-around for most genres. Over here at AVGearShop, we've probably talked ourselves out of many high-dollar sales. We tell our customers, if it doesn't suit your ears, we don't give a damn about the brand nor the price tag. They're simply not the speakers for you. Ultimately, our AVGearShop team will strongly recommend any of these speakers for home theater or home audio use. It's all up to preference. That concludes our review on these 3 home audio solutions. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more content like this. And don't forget to get the gear at avgearshop.com. We're proudly Canadian.